It's your boy Toxic Kaylee. Welcome back to, well, this is my first video on my React channel. Hope you're having a good day. I'm not doing too bad myself. Today we are going to be reacting to this video from Big Craig with 190,000 subscribers called The Worst Enablers on My 600 Pound Life. So, let's lock in, boys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let's get into it.
On My 600 Pound Life are some of the heaviest people living in the world today.
Well, they're 600 pounds. I am 13 and I am 5'8", 134 pounds. And my friends call me big. And these people are 5 times my weight. It's insane.
But they don't all get to that point themselves. With most being bedbound and immobile, they rely on family members and partners to bring them food. And in this video, we're going to be looking at the worst enablers on the show.
Nah, I like her big. Nah, that's crazy.
Starting with Sean Milliken, whose mother fed him to over 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds? Bro. Like, if you gave me $100 trillion to get to 1,000 pounds, I could never do it.
As he is totally and utterly bedbound, and so relies on his elderly mother to care for him, who is more than happy to do so.
Sean has to just totally be taken care of from head to toe. You know, everything has to be done for him.
Sean is 27 years old. However, his mother has allowed him, and in all honesty, pushed him to live like a child. One Reddit commenter said that Renee infantilized him to the point of learned helplessness.
Yeah.
And when you see her behaviour, it's hard to argue against that. Sean has actually been bedbound for the past 8 years, since he was 19, which is an absolutely absurd amount of time.
He's 27 and 1,000 pounds. That's crazy.
As if this is a common occurrence, and she's going to need to remember a lot.
Just a couple burgers and soda. Maybe.
I could barely eat one burger. Like, even those tiny McDonald's hamburgers, I could probably eat 2. I could get number 7 2 double cheeseburgers. That's my usual order. Like a chicken sandwich. Gotta have the Sprite though. Like, the Sprite is so good. So underrated. Actually, I think it's perfectly rated.
Medium fry. Oh, could you give me
medium fry? Alright, that's normal.
Caramel sundaes?
Sure, no problem. Sometimes it's just easier to get
some what? Some what? I heard like caramel apple sundaes. Go back.
Medium fry. Oh, could you give me one of those caramel sundaes?
Sure, no problem.
Only one. Yeah.
Sometimes it's just easier to give him what he wants, and unfortunately, I do that all the time.
Despite Sean needing 2 people to bathe him, Renee still allows him to eat and do whatever he wants, with seemingly no regard for his life. She reveals that people have actually said to her that what she is doing is going to kill him in the near future, which...
Yes. He should already be dead. He's 1,000 pounds. I think I read somewhere one time that the biggest person was like 1,500 pounds, and he died when he was 32 or something.
She is some tragic.
And it was like John.
I've had people tell me you don't have to give him food just because he says he's hungry. But I'm a mom.
I feel bad for his mom, because I feel like she should be retired. Like, don't have to walk around a lot. Don't have to look over her son. Like, I feel bad, honestly.
And when your kids say, I'm hungry, Mom, feed your kid.
Sean being treated like a baby by his mother has clearly spread into his mind too, as he gives a very strange comparison to what food feels like to him. It feels like actually a bit of insight into how he thinks.
Food has kind of become my comfort. Kind of like a child with their blankie.
Sean doesn't act like a man
his
because he doesn't
teeth,
see himself as one,
Ew.
and has allowed his mother to just treat him like a baby his entire life. After Sean has...
Stop!
You're in a wheelchair.
However, However, this isn't even the most shocking part
You
of the
are just
as Sean is so
sitting.
big and he's been eating
Like, what
fast
the heck?
food on the car journey to Houston, he seemed to lose the ability to control his bowels. This led Sean to having an accident in his chair and his mother needing to come clean up after.
Ew.
He's used to his mother completely taking care of
Ew.
him. As long as
Ew.
for
We do not need to
Sean
see
has
that.
no reason to leave.
You ate up his
We
ass.
can control him with the food. We have to start making drastic changes.
Okay, he's in a weight loss center. I don't think he's losing weight.
Starting with his own situation.
Throughout the episode, Sean had many ups and downs, but his episode unfortunately ended in a double tragedy. His elderly mother died in 2017 due to kidney failure, and because
Dang. Hey, everyone in the comments, spam rip elderly woman in the comments.
Sean couldn't even make a sandwich on his own, he rapidly deteriorated after, succumbing to his weight at just 29 years old. Now, although
Yeah,
Sean was
makes
essentially made
sense.
to feel like an infant by his doting mother, Betty Jo and her husband Josh had a very similar enablement issue. 54 pounds.
600
And her rapid
pounds.
weight gain are made very clear at the beginning of
Turn it
her
up.
episode. With one YouTube commenter writing, he is more afraid of losing her to another man than he is to death.
Nah.
She may be denied the surgery, or she can be approved, and then there's the risk of her.
Nah, why does he look like... Why does Josh look like that? He looks like some college student who doesn't party and just stays in his dorm all night. Like, that's
Dying
just
on
how
the
it
table
looks.
during the surgery. But my biggest fear is actually her dropping the weight and leaving me.
It is honestly really disgusting
Her dropping she is not dropping the weight, bro. Like, you're okay. Like, she's not losing it.
that his biggest fear, more than her actually dying, is her losing weight. When the pair go to see Dr. Now, in typical Dr. Now fashion, he calls Josh out for his very disturbing behaviour, and even gives a potential reason as to why he does this.
Who does the grocery shopping?
She makes the list, I go get the stuff.
So you are her enabler.
Basically, I've stopped trying to argue with her.
I'm concerned that her husband may be the biggest problem. He's an enabler, but he's not overweight, which means he's feeding her
Yeah,
because he may
he's
want her to be
skinny. He's like 160, 170.
Someone else who could see that Josh was doing more harm than good to Betty Jo was Sean of Steel, who had this to say about her enabler husband.
I need Josh to help me change.
No, you don't. You need you. You don't need anybody but you.
Yeah,
I got a quick
yes.
100 pounds you can lose right friggin' there. Buddy's gotta go.
Now, Sean
Yeah.
mentions he knows a quick 100-pound weight loss, which obviously for Betty is to get rid of Josh. But I know an even quicker way to lose weight, and that is by subscribing to my newsletter, The Fat Loss Kitchen, where every Friday we send you high-protein, low-calorie meals for completely free. I even told Sean about this. Ideas of losing Betty often manifests in just letting her eat as much food as she wants, whenever she wants.
Now, mozzarella sticks, fire. Like, I can munch on those all day.
She piles plates high full of breaded chicken strips, and even worse, at the supermarket, Josh just follows her around and puts whatever she wants into the basket.
The way I see myself on the outside, I hate it. Others, I feel judged. Like, look at that fat girl. But I know this is something that I did to myself. Mr. Pizzas.
The worst part hasn't even happened yet, as despite Josh feeding Betty Jo whatever she wanted at the beginning, Betty Jo did start to take a bit of accountability and ask him to make healthy meals. She did lose some initial weight and was eventually put through surgery. However, this caused Josh to actually become depressed because he saw Betty Jo bettering herself, claiming that it was damaging their relationship, with Sean of Steel again stating how ridiculous this was.
Hey, wash his hair.
It hasn't.
I'm gonna go sit down. I know he cares, but I just feel like he's not motivated to help me.
I feel like we didn't even come down here.
Well, he obviously liked you when you were 654 pounds, and then you're probably like in the
Be how
590s.
she is, and we'd be okay. I don't know what's gonna happen with us. I don't know the damage that's gonna be done in our relationship.
He's motivated to keep you down. That's all he's worried about right now.
Yeah.
Is keeping
Yeah,
you
I agree with this
as
guy.
like with as little self-worth as he can. That's what he's worried about, because he draws his value from you being down, which is no way to live.
And these fears were confirmed after the pair went to get counselling together, and Josh repeated what we can already all see, that he does not want Betty Jo to lose weight, because if she does, she will probably leave him, which is no way to talk about someone you supposedly love.
The weight loss or the surgery, and just how has that changed your relationship?
I used to take care of her. I used to be her caregiver, do what she needs, but now she's starting to just be able to move around.
Why does he have a Rubik's Cube? Like, we're supposed to be serious about this.
And stuff.
He
and
just
in a way
has a Rubik's
that
Cube
really
in his
scares me
hand.
because I don't
We're
want
supposed to
her
be
to lose
serious. This is a
Since
serious
the show
conversation.
aired, it seems like Betty Jo has lost a bit of weight, and surprisingly, she's still with her husband Josh. The same thing can't be said about Lupe and her husband, or now ex-husband. Appeared in season 4 of the show, and at just 39 years old, weighed a staggering 642 pounds. Living out in
Dang.
California, her episode starts with a distinct
Okay, 2 out of the 3 people in this video are from California. So am I, but I'm not fat. It's not just California. I feel like it should be Texas, because that's where the barbecue food, like, and you know what they say, everything is bigger in Texas. Yeah, that's just a common saying.
disturbing scene of her waking up with an oxygen mask on. The most shocking part about Lupe is just how short she is. At just 5 foot tall, the
5 feet, even 600 pounds.
Utterly bedbound.
God damn.
Relies entirely on her husband Gilbert, who says he
Gilbert?
feels
Nah, it looks like a Jose.
I feel helpless. It's just
Ew!
taken care of
Ew! 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 Alright, we're skipping this.
Lupe has heart and kidney issues, as well as being diabetic, and has already fallen into a diabetic coma before, so it's safe to say
Dang,
she's quite
a
literally
coma.
on the verge of death due to her size. Despite this, Gilbert still waits on her hand and foot and feeds her whatever she wants, which includes a full box of donuts, which is so full they had to wrap it with tape, and things get even worse.
I can eat like a glazed donut in 3 donut holes, then I tap out. Like, my stomach is so small.
I think they do it because they love me.
Okay.
As everyone
give
acknowledges
you food
Gilbert
because
is
they
her
love you.
enabler, Dr. Now emphasizes that Lupe must not gain any more weight, which initially goes alright, losing around 60 pounds in her first weigh. However,
Atta
the
boy,
next weigh
atta
did
girl,
not
let's
go
go.
so well. While at a meeting with Dr. Now, she tries to use the toilet, and after trying for a while to squeeze into the actual room itself, she proceeds to get stuck in the toilet. This is
She
due to the
got
fact
stuck?
that after losing the initial 60 pounds, she gained another 82 pounds.
Oh
putting her
my-
net
that-
weight gain
that's
at
plus
20 pounds
22
starting
difference.
the program. And we all know where all of this food has come from, Gilbert.
So you start over.
Gilbert.
If you don't, you're not going to make it. I'm keeping you in the hospital to start controlled diet again. You're down to your last chance. Do you understand? This is
Nah, you wanna know what's crazy? If you look at her, she has a triple chin. I have a single chin, maybe a double chin. I don't really have that good of a jawline. Maybe because, like, I'm in the 99th percentile for my age in height and weight. Yeah, but I'm not that big.
self-destructive behavior.
If
And
you
her
look at me,
husband, Gilbert, is
I'm not that
helping
big.
to kill her. We'll need to address their dynamic in the long run. But for now, we need to get her
Alright,
health
71
and
minutes
her
in the
weight
day.
under control again.
This has been a bit of a wake-up call for me.
However, it seems like Gilbert wouldn't be given much of a chance to change after Lupe caught him flirting with girls on Facebook and even trying to meet up with them.
You're gonna have to go on there and find out myself. There's all kinds of chicks. That's so disrespectful, you know?
Bro, why was he even like dating it in the first place?
It gets me, it irks me.
We're just sending scriptures out with no pictures of me. and
She
just,
can't even
oh, God.
sit up.
you know, the news and stuff like that. I'm here clicking and grabbing anyone I can that I can send that message out. I'm trying to spread the word out, and you're upset because I added a chick on there.
If you're spreading God's word, why would I go on there and I see all kinds of chicks, especially showing their boobs? Come on, Gilbert.
Damn.
If there's someone you want to reach out to, and if it's a woman, have your wife do it. It's called respect because you're married.
Okay.
Now
Lupe
they're
didn't
married.
break up with him
I thought they
immediately,
were
and they
dating.
spent a bit more time together after this, but it seemed like Lupe got sick of his enabler and liar behaviour, and according to this Reddit thread from around the time the episode aired, they have officially divorced. This is similar to Zarlin and her husband, who is being called trash, unsupportive, and repulsive in multiple YouTube videos, and honestly, it's very easy to see why. 600 pounds and being very motivated to lose weight, her husband has been the one holding her back. Zarlin is capable of going to the grocery store by herself and picking out what she wants, so she ultimately is the one making these bad food choices.
Actually, it's kind of an L.
It's really
What even is that?
It's so sugary, sweet, and delicious. I just wanna make love to them with my mouth. Exactly. It's like a sexual thing for me, obviously.
Sorry, voice crack.
This obviously is supported by her husband, Gareth, who admits himself that he wants not just an obese partner, but a super morbidly obese partner, even comparing her to food.
I'm a little bit sad because, you know, I like bigger women, so it's a little upsetting to lose what you like. But,
Okay, he has a preference. He likes morbidly obese girls. And me, I was like blonde, nice, easy to talk to. I'm not that picky. This guy, there's probably like 2,000 of these in the world. In mine, there's like easily millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. Blonde, nice, easy to talk to girls. Like, they're not that hard. They're not that hard to find, but his is really hard to find. Man, nobody cares.
I've always liked bigger women. You know, why settle for a hot dog when you can have a steak?
Comparing Clearly, she can't work. She sits at home eating, supported by Gareth. This is just a start though, as he actually starts to act in an awful way towards Zarlin, which was noticed by...
That looks like popcorn. Why is she using a fork? I know it's like mac and cheese or something, but that's kind of crazy.
People on commenter went a step further. I wanted to punch him throughout the episode.
Nah.
That man would have gladly
146
sacrificed his wife,
upvotes.
his child's mother, for his own sexual pleasure. And this was shown literally the day after Zarlin had her weight loss surgery, as Gareth gave her a completely tone-deaf comment.
Oh my god, I'm so happy you asked. I've lost 78 pounds.
Wow.
So you're sick? Why didn't you go to work?
I couldn't sleep. If it makes you feel any better, me and Brandon, we went to the taco stand.
Okay. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'll talk to you later. Alright. Talk to you later.
Honestly, good on Zarlin for putting the phone down on him, but what was going through his head? Talking about going to the taco stand, knowing she can't have one, and actually seeming annoyed that she talked about her weight loss. When
Be considered around you eating, but I'm not looking to do no dieting.
I don't think Gareth is gonna be someone who's going to help me.
And Zarlin was right,
Yeah.
as the next scene is genuinely very upsetting, as Gareth takes her to a drive-thru. On the way home from surgery, he waves burgers and chips in her face. And honestly, even though I've covered so many of these 600-pound live episodes now, this was a tough watch.
I think I married a jerk, but I think he doesn't know any other way. I don't know if I'm gonna have Gareth's support, but I can't turn back now.
This is the exact type of behaviour that got her in this position in the first place. And honestly, we can't expect anything different from Gareth. When Zarlin starts eating her diet, he belittles her, calling her food crap and pretending to be sick when he sees it. Luckily, Zarlin was mentally strong and not only lost a ton of weight during the show, but she actually
400 pounds. My god.
That was Stephen Asante, by far and away the most disgusting star to ever appear on my 600-pound life. Now, if you're a subscriber of the channel, and if you've made it this far without subscribing, I would appreciate it if you were, because the majority of people watching my videos probably aren't subscribed. But if you are, you'll 100% know about Stephen Asante. Stephen is well known for abusing hospital staff and just being an all-around awful person. But in order to get to where he is now, he had to have some help, and that came in the form of his father. The first major example of this was on the road trip to see Dr. Now. Stephen constantly asking his father to stop for food, calling him from the back of the moving truck which was transporting him.
What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat?
The most surprising part is when Justin says, does he think you're made of money? Which just confirms the fact that Stephen's father is paying for the food he eats. This is made even more annoying due to the fact his father actually gives in and does stop to allow Stephen to eat a large Subway, of course funded by his father. If you want to see more about Stephen, including his...
Alright, that was a good vid. That was a good video. Go check out this guy's channel. It was a really good video. It was actually really good. Yep. So anyways, that is it for the video. If you enjoyed it and you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is my brand new channel. I'm excited to make videos on it. Probably gonna make 2 a week. So stay tuned for those. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.